What's going on, guys? So got another trade recap. Like I said, I'm gonna be posting all the trade recaps this week, and yeah, to be honest, the tariffs have been moving the market a lot, and the last 3 days I've lost my trades consecutively. But anyways, let's go over this trade. So we did have some that was yesterday. I mean, that's today. Oh, got a lot of news today, but yeah, we had USD news. President Trump spoke. I wasn't gonna trade USD, but it was low impact and it was early in the day, so didn't really do much either. So I traded the US yen, and then we had the JPY news, but that didn't really do much either. So trading all the pairs. The trade I took was on GJ, but yeah, let's go over. Yeah, we'll go over the trade first. So we can see the daily is probably going down to these lows or somewhere lower. But yeah, on the 4 hour, we had this fair value gap here, which we tapped into pre or Asia session. And then we also had a 1 hour fair value gap here, which we were tapping into pre-market. So what I thought was gonna happen was, well, here's the trade. So we had this 5-minute fair value gap, which we were in during market open. So I should have seen this as we've already tapped into it here, and we've already tapped into it here. We're tapping into it a third time, and also the moves that were made, like, sure, it came up and then it came down a little bit, but then here it came up and barely came down, and then we're coming back up into it. I should have seen that we've already tapped into it. It's already been used too much, if you know what I mean. But you know, so you don't want to use that fair value gap anymore. And especially because we were legit in it when market opened. So anyways, I saw, tapped into it, we had a big rejection candle, and then we had a big doji candle, and then we finally broke structure. I just entered off the 5-minute break of structure, stops above the fair value gap, TP1 at these lows, and then TP2, you can see it's nothing, but it was actually just there was no lows or anything to target, so I just used the fib retracement and to continue the 1 hour downtrend, so I just had it there. Anyways, got straight away stopped out, and then because I lost the trade, and then I lost the trade on GJ yesterday, I was like, nah, stuff GJ, I'm not trading you anymore. But if I had just stuck on the markets and just stayed on the markets, right? Get rid of these. If I just stayed on the market, we tapped into the 1 hour fair value gap again here at like 7 o'clock. And then we get a 5-minute break of structure from this candle, and then we didn't really retrace into, we get a retrace into equilibrium though, and order block right here, and then breaker block. Where's the breaker block? I think the breaker block's there as well. Anyways, we get retrace into equilibrium, order block, boom. We look for 1 minute break in structure. When do we see that? We don't see it on this first retracement, but we see it up here from this candle. So if I'd stayed on the markets, and then I could even put stops above the liquidity sweep, which is a way better stop. TP1 down here for 1.6 RR, smashed that. Move stops, break even, and then TP2 down here, we would have smashed that, which, oh shoot, that is actually a 1 to 3 risk reward, which would have been smashed it out. And then for some reason, I don't know if that was news or something, we are just shooting up right now. But that is, yeah, honestly, what I was thinking was, it's either gonna go down, and then, yeah, so I'll go over the Aussie yen. Where am I? Alright, so we were in a downtrend as well, and we had just swept like huge daily liquidity over here, so I was a bit skeptical. But anyway, obviously I wasn't gonna take longs, but hey, longs would have been great, to be honest. But because of the tariffs and everything, I didn't want to take longs. But yeah, we had this 4-hour fair value gap and this 4-hour fair value gap here, and then we also had a 1-hour fair value gap there. So my thought process was, when market opened, we were either going to continue down, or when we retrace back up, I can take more shorts because of the odd JPY. And USD, I didn't take that. That was just a position I could have taken. I'll go over that. But yeah, same type of thing. We were in a huge daily fair value gap. So yeah, longs would have been great out of that. But yeah, downtrend, and then the 1 hour, we didn't really have much to go off of. There was no fair value gaps, no nothing. So I had this high marked out, hoping we would sweep it and move lower. So yeah, I took the shorts on GJ because we're either gonna go down, or if we go up, I can take shorts on the US and the odd pairs. But I didn't actually end up getting to take them. And on odd, the trades would have lost anyway, because we just kind of consolidated and then went back up. But here, the possible position I could have taken was off of this 15-minute fair value gap retracement, because we're bearish on the 4-hour and 1 hour, and it's unlikely to take out these highs. Could have taken it off of this 15-minute fair value gap. But yeah, it's very small. But hey, it seems to have worked out well. Did we hit equilibrium or something? Nah, we were so far in discount, so wouldn't have taken it off that. Or maybe 4-hour. Nah. But we see tap into that fair value gap on the first candle, and then we just wait for a break of structure, maybe a 5-minute retrace into something, which we get. This candle comes into this fair value gap there, and then we see rejections out of that. Or we could even zoom in even further on the 1 minute and look for a break of structure. Yep, so this candle right here, we could have entered for that, and that would have smashed all 3 of our take profits, giving us a 1 to 1.5 risk reward. So that would have been good. My camera is low, I've got to speed this up. Yeah, that's basically all that happened. Hopefully the camera doesn't die. But yeah, odd JPY, there was not really any positions I could have taken. What was I gonna say? I'm actually cooked right now. Yeah, so the position, we did get a retrace up into the equilibrium and the fair value gaps, and then there was shorts out of that. Could have targeted these lows, but that was already after 8 o'clock, and I don't like to trade after 8 o'clock because one, it's late, and like two, there's less liquidity. So yeah, anyways, could have just made this trade better by being patient and not taking a used fair value gap, especially since we used it twice and we've already like filled it nearly. Like we've legit like came up super high, filled it nearly twice, didn't see much rejections out of it. So yeah, and then also if I took the trade and then I just stopped looking at the pair, I could have just kept looking at it and I would have found another trade here for this whatever short, boom, boom, 1 to 3, wherever I had it. Anyway, that's what I could have done better. Gotta speed this up, so I'll end the video here. If you guys enjoyed and learned something, see you guys in the next video.